them quick, they can prematurely break.
Isn't that cool?
Yes! Look at this!
Oh, you want me to do this?
No, I got this. This is worth it. Tricia's mental state.
Why did you have to do that?
Because I have to take the drain out. Wait till I get into the P-trap.
We love our RV. In fact, we love it to death.
Well, that really sucks. I thought there's no possible way I have an issue on the other side. That was what I thought. I was wrong.
It's only natural to want to baby your rig or be disappointed when it gets damaged. But the fact is, you're going places, seeing things, and stuff happens along the way. Oh my gosh, you got a lot of, wow, you really brought home a souvenir. Some people don't leave the driveway unless their rig is 100%. And if that was our approach, we'd never leave at all. The fact is, there's always something that needs to be repaired, pretty much all the time. We do our best to focus on the big things and deal with the little things along the way. At least once per year, we take some time to get the RV repaired and ready to roll. Luckily, we met Ronnie and Tara with Airstream Nuts and Bolts while in Mount Rainier National Park last season. Look at me, I'm like dusty.
Oh, watch. Okay, see my feet? And I'll go.
Look at these, the couches! And the only thing better than repairing and improving our Airstream is being able to record it and share it with you.
We have made it.
It's like Airstream camp.
It is Airstream camp. It is like that. And I'm trying to look around. I'm trying to look around and see if it has any neighbors. See if I can arrive appropriately with the air horn. I think I can.
I like what our definition of appropriate is.
Oh, that's the only way to arrive.
Oh, he probably wants us right there.
How else would he know that we're here if I didn't honk?
I agree with you, Dad.
Right? So we gotta say hi. Charlie. Man, it's cool here. What's going on?
It's going good. It's good. Caleb?
If you're not familiar with Airstream Nuts and Bolts, Ronnie specializes in off-grid solutions like solar systems, onboard generators, and modifications for Airstreams. But we're here for some repairs and simple mods that add convenience, and not just for Airstreams. Some of these upgrades can be done on any RV, and we hope you find them satisfying to watch.
This means you're going satisfying.
Here's what you're going to see. We fix our fresh water tank valve, add a smart plug for Starlink, replace our water heater switches, upgrade our thermostat with an easy touch, add the Mopica propane sensors, make a storage shelf above our propane tanks, install a multi-control for our inverter system, fix our rock guard mounts, discover why our shower is leaking, replace our chrome belts around the entire rig, and Caleb makes a new latch for our propane tank cover. But let's start with the most important repair.
But the most important thing is getting this valve fixed. So we were in the shop talking about different valve options.
This is a $4.49 part off Amazon.
Yeah.
That, or we may go, if we got the clearance with the wheels, we'll go with a brass PEX fitting.
Oh, that's awesome.
That'll work well. It's
with
just
a
quarter
detachable spigot.
Yeah, quarter turn. It'll still flange mount, very similar to the flange mount. This one to the side of the tank shroud.
Yeah, and it won't break off.
Shouldn't break off.
All right, so I was wondering what was happening, in case you're not familiar, when we did that ski trip up with Joel up at Vail, and Trish drove over the Vail Pass. It was crazy cold. Our water lines never froze up one time, so I thought there's no way the tank cracked. So what ended up happening is, this guy right here ended up cracking right behind here, right behind that plate right there. So that's where the water was leaking out of. And then Ronnie told me what ends up happening is stuff ends up hitting this from the side, which makes perfect sense. Because if you remember, all that snow made these huge fins on our rock guards. Well, I'm sure the same thing was happening underneath the trailer, and a whole bunch of ice got caked onto this piece, and then we went down the road and it broke it. So switching to something like this would be way better for that. But you were saying what I could have done, a preventative measure, you could just build a little plate to cover it. Oh, is this a plate?
Something like that.
Something like this. You could mount this to your frame, and then it would protect anything from hitting this little plastic spigot. So this would probably be a good thing to do preventative if you don't have the time.
Another one up there.
Here's another.
This would go in the front.
like this,
yeah.
like that. So I don't know, I think this would be a good idea for something like that, because this is plastic. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you here to help? Hey, are you here to help? Yeah, hey. Bring my tools out, just seem like I'm contributing. Something, I don't know. Just felt like I should.
Felt right.
Felt like I should have my tools too.
You didn't want to go to school without your backpack.
That's exactly it. But they're not going to be used.
No, because I just saw the drill that just came out just to take the tire off. And
well, that's an impact your dryer. I don't want to.
Just don't hold your son. That's it.
Sorry, Mark. Oh, you're gonna get both sides up? Yeah. There we go. You trying to pull the tube out?
Yeah, I'm pushing my luck there. There we go.
Cutting a new tube. You're putting a spring inside. You're gonna put it on the new deal here, and then hose clamp it, and then use the existing holes to screw this into the side.
Right, here, you know what to do.
I'm holding the camera. I would, but someone's got to record this.
The biggest issue is going to be that the hose clamp won't fit through this little hole here, so we can't put the hose clamp on this piece and then just kind of stuff it in there and work it.
Yeah.
We're going to have to put it all together and then hose clamp it from inside.
Oh.
But yeah, that little spring, all it does is it just keeps, if this gets kinked over one way or the other, it kind of just maintains some openness so it doesn't get a
that's
flat
great.
spot, so
That's
it drains.
Great. I like that.
This ought to be video worthy, huh? Actually, I'll have to do this all the way.
Yeah, see, I'm down in the trenches with Ronnie down here.
Yeah, see that. All that grunting really helps. Get in there.
You see that brass valve? Isn't that cool? Have I ever told you to empty the fresh tank?
After the bird, I stopped doing those things. Oh my gosh.
What happened? What happened?
Did you see that?
Had I ever asked you, you would have noticed that this little piece right here has broke. So it was very difficult to even turn. And you'd notice that it's cheap plastic. That's just a matter of time before it breaks entirely. And you'd look down there and you'd say, man, that brass, that's cool, that's good.
That's good.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cool?
That is beautiful. What?
That's what we need around here.
Yes. Yes.
Nicely done, Ronnie. You normally get that kind of a plot after every project is complete, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's what it's all that way.
Hey.
Let's get Ronnie addicted to this sound.
Yeah.
For everything he accomplishes with this, and then the more he hears it, the more I want to do. It just keeps going around.
Good plan.
Yeah. I think that'll work.
No.
No. 110.
110. The most common thing I see is most of them are just tightened way too hard.
Oh,
people just kill them.
Yeah.
You know, when you go to Discount Tire or whoever, you know, anybody, even they put them on with impact, and that's all they do.
That's all they do.
So that impact that I have has a lower setting, so I typically put it on in the lower setting, and then I bring it up to spec with the actual range.
Gotcha. I actually think that's what Discount did, because I don't think their impact took them up to 110, because they came out with a torque wrench.
Yeah.
And they did them all.
Yeah, that's good. So
of course, I asked them to, but I think that's their policy.
Yeah, run it up and then check it.
But anytime I'm changing tires, no matter what shop it is, I'm always there.
Yeah, because I had a trailer. Horror story, they put a floor jack underneath the freshwater tank.
Yep.
And jack the trailer up on the freshwater tank and just crush the tank.
Well, or a new kid will put it in the middle of the axle.
Yeah.
Or they'll put the jack underneath the jack placard.
Yeah.
Not where the jack placard is pointing to
the actual metal piece.
Yeah. So I'm always there. I never go to a tire shop and go get lunch. First job's done. Got the freshwater tank. Okay, now we're gonna work on the Starlink plug. And that's kind of an inside-outside job.
Okay.
And then that, let me turn some lights on here. And then the Starlink plug will put us over in this area right here. So then we can change out the thermostat and we can get the propane sensors connected into the GX50 touchscreen.
Wow. That's
and
really cool.
You need the propane door latch up there.
Oh, yes.
And then, and then I have a list. So heated toilet seat.
Yes, that's on.
And
That's
then,
on the list. We're gonna do a lit toilet seat.
No, we're not. No,
Like a carpeted?
Not while
Like
he's still here with
carpeted?
Once you go to college, we're gonna do a lit toilet seat.
You mean carpeted?
What we're deciding right now is where the Starlink cable is gonna come in, which is actually on our rig behind the toilet. And there's a 30-foot flying cloud with the bathroom in the back. So the Starlink cable is gonna come behind the toilet, and you're gonna fish it through.
We have two paths. So one is we can come under the shower, through the back storage compartment area, across Caleb's bed area here with the other side,
which is wide open and super easy to access.
Underneath, behind the panel, and then over here to the area here.
And then that way we'll put the router there, and then if we power the router up under here, we could access the panel and add a switch.
Yes. So to gain access to the inside of the trailer from where we are, there's obviously the inside skins right here.
Yep.
See me pushing, Caleb? Yep. All right, that's where I'm coming. So we're just gonna I'm gonna drill a small hole first. All right, you see where I'm at? Yeah. Am I clear? Yeah.
There we go.
Now we will take this rubber grommet.
Yeah.
And put it in said.
And that'll keep the line from shaping? Yeah, I got it. Oh yeah, look at that.
There it is. Stick it a little bit further and I'll grab it.
More cable.
Yeah, so go in the bathroom and stuff a little and we'll just kind of, we should be able to work it from here.
That was hard.
I know, tough stuff, isn't it?
Recording this is just, I mean, I gotta be everywhere in a split second notice. Oh man, that's really easy. You're just pulling it, you're pulling it right there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the goal. Once we get where we're going, we're there. How much extra you got there? You got some?
Oh yeah, no, you still got a ways to go.
Yeah, I don't need any more. So what we'll do is we'll coil that up inside there, and that'll be extra if we ever want to go up the wall or around and move the. There it went.
I know you're good.
So here's our.
There it is.
Piece out here now. We'll get the tape off of it, and
then you just gotta make sure every one of those wires goes perfectly into the right little.
Into the right spot. So the pattern is orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. Now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of coming out here on the end where I can get an idea like that, and then we want to check it for orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. We got it. Now what I'm going to do is cut a little bit off the end so I got a nice flat end, and then the little locking tab goes down. And we slide it in there like that, and it comes through. So we check it: orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. We got it. Back out to this end, because at some point we want to make sure this thing actually works.
Oh, you test stuff too?
Oh. I don't like it to leave here and not work. I can honestly say that's the one thing about what we do, is I've used the crap out of it while it's here.
Yeah.
So if it leaves here, it's going to work. We don't have people have to get 100 miles down the road and come back because something didn't work. So yeah, just yours is gonna be tabbed down, the prongs up, stick it on there like that, and
twist.
And it's there. And then you just lay that right there. So that's it.
It's going. It's going. It's going. Hey kid, look at this.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful.
Isn't that great? Everything worked, we're good, we're plugged up and whatnot. Now he wants to move on to another project.
Yeah, we're gonna do lighted water heater switches.
Which sounds great, but we haven't finished this job. Hold on, stay here. Stay here. Yeah, hey, hey, hey. Huh? Nicely done. Nicely done.
Oh no, I didn't do anything.
Oh, no, I know, you're just, yes.
So this one is a super fun, fast little install that saves people a lot of battery if they have big inverters.
Yeah.
Because we classify the electric water heater as the silent killer. It doesn't make any noise and it takes a lot of power to run it.
1,300 watts. Ask me how I know.
Really easy mod on this particular rig with the switches like this. We just take the main cover off. We're gonna remove the 4 screws that hold the switch assembly into the wall. And I'm just doing it all manual. You could do it with a drill, but super easy. Where most people get hung up on this mod is the lighted water heater switch requires a neutral or a negative in order for the LED light in the switch to work. So these switches that are in here now just have a positive, and it's basically a make or break. So the connection that goes through the switch is just your positive, which will give us the positive for the light, but we need a negative.
Gotcha.
Well, we're fortunate enough to have this warning light or this error light in the center. So this little LED light here is designed so that if you have an error, say you put your gas water heater on and you're out of propane, this thing lights up and lets you know there's a problem. So since it has a light in it, that means it has a positive and a negative. So we're simply going to tag the negative, which is this white wire here. We're going to pull it off.
And
just like that.
Just make a tight tail on it. What do they call that thing?
So what I'm doing...
You're going to jump it, basically.
Yeah. So what I did was I made a little pigtail here.
Pigtail, yeah.
Which gives us 3 wires. We have our main connection here. This one will go to one of the switches for the LED light. The other one will go to the error switch in the middle, and then the other one will go to the other switch. Here's the setup. So now we'll go there. So now...
Oh, yeah.
That's fabulous.
Nice.
So you got a, ooh, that's on. That's on. And so it goes in like that. Nice little pop. Snaps in place. It's there. So now we're going to go plug that one in and plug that one in. And then we come over here and plug this one in. I want to get plugged in, right? And.
Awesome. That's great. That is really great.
Super simple one. Well.
So where did you source these things? Where can someone get those? Really?
Amazon. Yeah, I found them on Amazon, and I'll send you the link.
Well, Jim, that was nicely done. Nicely done.
You know,
I mean,
I have a pretty big ego already. This feeds it. This is not. Want to do another quick one?
yes.
Yes.
Let's do the thermostat. I'll go grab it.
Oh.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
I'll put this back over here.
This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I tell you.
I'm writing recipes.
Yeah.
And you guys are getting things done. We're recording.
I think the button's working. I think he's addicted to it. I think it is.
Easy mod. Super simple installation. Basically plug and play.
Okay.
Some benefits of the micro air thermostat, easy touch thermostat, are it gives you outside temperature on the screen.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's a temperature sensor already installed in the air conditioning unit, and now it'll display outside temperature here.
Wow.
But you can also link this to a Wi-Fi connection, and it will send you a text message if the inside temperature of the trailer is outside the parameters you set.
That's
so
pretty nice.
If you say you don't want it to be any hotter than 80 degrees in here, if it's above 80 degrees, you get a text message saying,
awesome.
hey, your trailer's above 80 degrees. The other thing that's cool is because you sleep there and the thermostat is here, you have an app on your phone, so you can pull it up and adjust the temperature from your phone.
Really?
Without ever having to get out. So if you sleep when it's like really, really cold, and Trish doesn't want to climb out of the bed and get her little tootsies on the floor, you can turn it up before she gets out.
That's not Trish's job. Trish has someone for that. So, and it also has, I would imagine, or you wouldn't be installing it, a zone 1 and a zone 2.
Zone 1, zone 2. It actually has zone 3, zone 4.
Really?
So you can do up to 4 units off of it.
Okay. And then the question is, yeah, is it just a little hole here or a big hole? I imagine it's a little
There's a big hole.
Oh, there is.
There's a big hole behind this plate here, and what we'll have to do, because of the way the Easy Touch goes on, the holes, it doesn't cover up all the holes. So we'll have 2 holes that we'll put
grommets.
caps in.
Caps in, yeah.
So this has got to be one of the neatest installation gadgets that you could have. So you have these little tabs, 2 little locking tabs with screws in them that go into these keyholes in the back. Well, they have spacing.
That's awesome.
So they put this little plastic tab between them, so you stretch them out and you screw them on there, and then when you're done, you just break the plastic tab out, and it's perfectly spaced like you need it to be.
That's great.
So yeah, kind of a well thought out process.
And then what is that back there? Is that just a Cat 5 cable that's connecting the...
It's a phone cable.
It's a phone cable.
Yeah, a little phone cable, a 4 cable.
So this really is an easy install.
Oh, super easy.
Because the hole's already there.
Right.
You just got to match up the new mollies.
Mm-hmm.
And then reconnect in the foam cable, and you're done.
And you're done.
And then you got to program it.
Oh.
Well, kind of, because you got to hook it up to Wi-Fi.
Well, yeah, you got to hook it up to Wi-Fi and all that.
Yeah.
And we'll go through that together.
So you center it up and go about, what is that, 3/4 of an inch to the left?
Yeah, I'm just covering up the... I got to make sure that we're going to, you know, cover the two holes that are there.
Gotcha.
So we got that side there. So we take this little plastic piece off here. And now the game becomes...
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it is. It's wonderful. That now you don't have to worry about the spacing on them. We don't have to be anxious whether we got it right or wrong, or provided we don't have an epic fail and drop this cable down in the wall. We are done. So now we have outside temperature.
Oh, right there?
Yeah, 83, it dimmed on me. 83 degrees
okay.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Inside temperature, 80 degrees. So if we want to cut on zone 1 or zone 2, so zone 1, power on. It's on air conditioner. It's set point 72. If you want to turn the fan on, you've got low, medium, and high fan setting. We'll go back to auto there. Do the same thing with zone 2. We go to zone 2. We can turn zone 2 on. It's on air conditioner, 72. Leave the fan on auto. If you wanted to go in here, like see it set on snowflake, which is air, you can change it to climate control, which means it'll do air and heat pump.
Wow.
That's just heat pump. That's just fan. That's back to air conditioner. So you notice on your zone 2 you didn't have your furnace, which you didn't have. So
that's
you
right.
can do the same thing here. You can go heat pump, you can go furnace, looks like a fireplace, fan, or back to air. And again, when the numbers are blue, it is cooling. When the numbers are white, it's not doing anything. When the numbers are red, it is heating.
That's awesome.
And it will, when we go into the settings here and we turn, see it's on day mode now, but we'll turn it to night mode and leave it night mode all the time. And what that means is after a few seconds of you adjusting and playing with it, the screen will go to sleep. It'll go black like this guy and you don't have to worry about it.
That's great. And that was easy to install. So how do we hook it up to the Wi-Fi network and get it connected to sending text messages?
We'll do the app on your phone. Okay. And you connect your phone to the internet. And once you do that, the phone connects to this and then you sync it all up. So
that's great.
Super easy.
All right, what number is this? Hold on. We should have a running total. So we fixed the leak.
Water tank.
We added the Starlink.
We did the lighted water heater switches. Yeah. We did the easy touch thermostat.
And now
we're moving on to number 5 for the day, the propane tank sensors from Opeka. We'll get Caleb to build a clip.
Okay, good.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
And we got to build this board too.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do that. When I saw that board at Mount Rainier, I mean, I started drooling while I was holding the camera.
Tell everybody all the secrets. We got a little sonic boom here, a little sonic jelly, a little ultrasound jelly.
Really?
It's just dielectric grease, really is all it is. Put a little of that on the bottom, and what that does is just make sure that this little ultrasonic sensor here has a nice seal. Okay. And is able to send the signal like it needs to. So we're going to take this and we're going to set it right on top of that jelly and just kind of let it down like that. So it's just magnetic, it's stuck. And we'll let it sit there like that.
That magnet works for all the jostling and the up and down and everything?
Yeah, they're those Neo magnets, so they're super strong and they seem to hold up. Now this one's full.
With these sensors, we can check the propane levels from our phone. Something that might not seem like a big deal if you take short trips, but for those of us that are on the road for weeks at a time, or heaven forbid, camp in the winter, it's very nice to have a simple way to keep tabs on your tank levels. And if you have a GX50 touchscreen like we do, you can connect it to the tank sensors.
Man, you're on to the next one. Man, you haven't even gotten this done yet. You haven't even done that. This is a great little mod though. If you cut this out of plywood too, you could drop the plywood off at a line X and get it line X'd. That's an easy way of doing it. What material is this that you've got?
This is actually just a piece of starboard, like cutting board material.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a piece of scrap I had left over that used to be a workbench top. So the material I have in my shop that is the workbench tops is this stuff.
Oh, really?
So I may have, I don't have a piece big enough to have a piece of it left, but I don't have a piece big enough of it. But we got plywood or something we can cut it out of, for sure.
template.
A general idea of where we're gonna cut this guy out of.
We're twinning. Oh man, that is something else. Let's go put it.
So it goes easier if it goes this way.
Okay. Now I need to get my, oh, here they are. Here they are. Let's see. How many can you get in there?
10.
10?
Yeah.
You can get 10 in there?
Yeah. 3, 4, 3. So the way I do them is, you see how they have the angle?
Yeah.
So you put these in this way.
Okay.
The ones in the middle go this way.
Okay.
And then the ones on this side go this way. And they all fit.
Man, I do you want to hit the button? Nice job. Oh, nice job.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
Let's do the multi-control.
That's awesome.
Now, this just clips on like so. Just gonna put our extra down this way. Because it was off.
All right, as you can tell, that was a pretty simple install. It's just a Cat 5 cable right here that you drill out a hole and you plug into the servo. And the servo is, of course, a Victron product that provides all the brains to this GX50. So if you have a Victron inverter and it's large enough to power the things in your coach that you like the hot water heater, microwave, coffee maker, air conditioning units, and things like that, there is a drawback. And the drawback is that if you're hooked up to a 50 amp pedestal at an RV park and it blows or turns off for some reason and stops providing power to your coach, your inverter would just automatically take over. And there isn't really a great notification that this has happened. And I know other people have written in, people that we even know, that say, geez, I woke up in the middle of the night a little hot and I found out that my lights won't turn on. That's happened to us too.
Right, the grid went out.
No, it's the batteries. They were supplementing 30 amp.
Are we out of power?
We're out of power. No. Apparently, the batteries were supplementing the 30 amp. And it wasn't giving me any warnings. Of course, there is an alarm on the Multi Plus 2 or even maybe some of the other Victron inverters where it'll beep, letting you know that maybe it's overheating or that it doesn't have shore power, but it's very difficult to hear. Whereas this multi-control device right here has this little blue light, and that blue light says that we're connected to shore power. If that light is off, then I have a visual indicator as we're going in and out of the rig that, hey, something's not right. This multi-control also has right here a current limiter. So oftentimes, even in last weekend's episode, we'll pull up to an RV park, we think it's 50 amp, and for one reason or another, we'll have to connect to the 30 amp. In order to do that, we have to lower our amperage to about 29, so we're not pulling more power than the pedestal can actually provide. If you were to leave this at 29 and turn on both air conditioning units, again, our inverter would be assisting and we'd be bringing our batteries down without knowing it, or we would actually blow the pedestal on the panel. So this is a very easy way for me to just lower it. But more importantly, you can do that here inside the GX50 by going into the menu, going into the Multi Plus 2, and then you could just set a current limit right here. But after I do that, it's very out of sight, out of mind that I've actually done this. Whereas right here, I've got a visual indicator that, oh, I'm at 29, and when we leave, I can bring that back up to 50. The other thing I really like is we've got charge only off and on. And over the past year or so, I've been getting in the habit of, on drive days, turning the inverter system to charge only. That way, if you do happen to leave the air conditioning unit on, or you leave your water heater on the electric side, or anything that would draw amperage, you're sure that those wouldn't run because it shuts off all AC power by being in charge only. And yet we're still able to charge the batteries through solar as we drive down the road and DC to DC charging from the truck. So essentially, this is just a simple solution to make it very easy to see and change the most important stuff in your inverting system. That's amazing. How does it know? How does it know?
It wasn't all work. We had a chance to catch up over a delicious meal and drinks.
Cheers.
Yeah, to a very productive day and fun.
And fun. Drink. And then Taylor. Thank you. This is the apple butter bourbon or old fashioned. Yes, but there's a cinnamon sugar apple butter rim.
It tastes like the holidays.
It does. It does. It's fall in a glass. It is. You know, it's not.
Okay, so and then if the iPhone's picking this up tomorrow, we're gonna go to the farm and you're gonna show us the future of Airstream nuts and bolts. Yeah. That's gonna be fun. Play on the farm. You're gonna play on the farm and drive some tractors.
So I asked Tara, how did you feel the first time you pulled in here? And I think it was all caps, yes, exclamation point.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
awesome.
you can see
It's amazing.
why. Yes.
Yeah, man, I cannot wait to see this just unfold.
That's the goal, is to be able to level out the workload so that we have constant workload to do, and then be able to increase, scale up, and be able to take care of more customers.
Yeah.
It's more like this. Ronnie, please, please take me, please. I've been asking, I've been calling. That's really more what it is.
I'm tired of saying, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
And now it's
So-
like, just hang on a minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Give it 6 months.
Yeah. So you got this place kind of staked out. So you know where this building's going to go. Tell us about the building.
Yeah, so the building that we're building is going to be about 6,200 square feet under roof. So it's going to be roughly 62 by 100.
Yeah.
We'll have 3 full service bays that are 2 trailers deep. So we
Okay.
could have 6 trailers in those bays. We'll have shop space will be about 4 times as big as the shop space I work out of now. So the building kind of lays out in this area here. These 3 trees and this dirt bank here is going to kind of get taken down level, and then all that dirt's going to get pushed this way.
So core business still mainly off-grid solutions, solar generators, and then all the fancy schmancy convenient upgrades we've been doing, mods.
Right, so we do a lot of that. Once we're in the building, we'll be able to do panel replacement. We'll be able to do, you know, structural work on the outside of the trailer. So we'll be doing panel replacement, and we can start to do a lot more of just general Airstream repair, because we're removing the element of weather.
Sure.
You can't take a panel off a trailer and replace a panel on a trailer if you're worried about whether it's going to rain.
Yeah. Well, and then, you know, someone can come in for off-grid work, but then they have other stuff like me, where their plumbing doesn't work, and next thing you know, you're all up in our DNA.
Say no to that.
So this is your cruise control.
Cruise control.
And then, then you have turtle and rabbit over.
Yeah, it's all high, medium, lower here.
Oh, yeah.
Want to dump it? Pull it this way? Yeah.
Stay on me. Hold on. Stop. Okay. Going up any higher?
Hey, Caleb's gotten the hang of that tractor pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't tilt the bucket.
To learn more about Airstream Nuts and Bolts, or to get updates on this new facility, visit airstreamnutsandbolts.com and add your name to the email list. It's day 2 and the boys still have some repairs to do. If you happen to watch our Glacier episode where the shower was leaking, it turns out that it was the seal around the shower drain. There's an access panel below our shower, so Ronnie and Mark were able to unscrew the drain, reseal, and fix. Our chrome belt line was also looking a bit weathered, and we were surprised to learn that it can be stripped and easily reapplied. And our bulkhead started to shift during travel.
Oh yeah, look at that. It's popping right back into place.
They make all kind of flavors of screws, but these have a little bit bigger thread on them.
Coarse, yeah,
a
coarse
little,
thread.
little coarser thread, so hopefully we can hold a little more meat.
So that needed to be repaired too. All of these repairs can start to feel overwhelming, and it begs the question, is it time to upgrade or maintain what you have? And I think when you maintain your things, it feels so good. It gets you ready, it gets you in the spirit,
It does.
and it makes you feel good about what you already have.
Yes.
So I think sometimes you can do little tweaks. We did way more than little tweaks here. But sometimes you can do little tweaks and you can get re-energized with the equipment that you already have.
There's a show on HGTV called
Love It or List It?
Love It or List It.
Yeah.
And it's where these people go through and do renos on their house, and then they decide after they've done the renovation whether they want to list their house for sale and capitalize on the renovations that they made, or if they want to keep the rig, keep the house, because they like it post-renovation, and most of the people end up keeping it. So it's not that they're necessarily disenfranchised with where they live or their community or anything like that. It's just it gets old, tired, and dusty, and
Yep.
they can go in and freshen it up
And love it again.
and love it again.
I made this myself.
Wow, check that
all
out.
myself.
Ronnie
Just
was
supervised. Ronnie just supervised.
supervised
I'm the one who sanded it. You know, I did it. I'm just
It's
joking.
really good.
You know, Ronnie.
Didn't want him to knock
Ronnie's amazing. Ronnie's amazing.
A lot of evidence that Charlie has been here. Oh, okay, all right. Hold on, I think I know where he is. I think I know where. Oh, look who it is! Look who I found. Now you're gonna come out now? All right.
Give that a small forky job there. Squeeze.
All the way?
Squeeze.
Yeah, well, and
Oh,
then
you
keep
gotta-
squeezing.
Gotta let go.
You kind of
Now
pump
let
it.
go. Pump
Let
it.
go.
You pump it.
No, let go of it, and then there you go. Oh. Hang on.
One more.
Hold it down. There you go. Squeeze again. There you go.
Well, hey, look at.
You ready to shoot next Sunday's dewinterization video?
Sure. I'm gonna go change t-shirts so it can be a different day.